Hey, what's up guys, Winston here and welcome to the Funky Kid Show live on the 15th of November, and it's a late one today because we meant to have a special guest, Fung. He couldn't make it today, so yeah, here we are, and we have, it's just episode 110 I believe. Yes, and welcome. Right, so have a look in the chat and see who's online. Right, just getting the stream. Let me share and make sure everybody's online. We're available on Twitch, and the Facebook Live, as well as YouTube Live, and of course Periscope. All right, let's bring up the agenda and have a look. And we have on the 15th of November, we have the news and updates on our websites, Funky Kit, as well as AMD 3D. And then we'll move on. We'll miss the special guest, of course. Fung couldn't make it today, and we'll skip to the next part, which would be, of course, the rig builder, and then we'll do the mods of the week, and have a little quick break after that. And then, of course, we got some general chat. We'll talk about a little bit about streaming tech, and of course, some of the issues with DCMA. Yes, lots of issues about that, which Twitch happening, and of course, lots of streamers having in trouble with all this copyright material. We'll talk a little bit about that later on in the show. And then, of course, we'll do some prize giveaways, live prize giveaways, and of course, some prize competition announcements on our website. And we'll wrap it up with next week's preview. All right, let's have a look at the chat. Who's online? We got Honest-K, Terrascam. Yeah, how's it going? Let me just try and log into the Restream Chat. I got an issue with that. Let me just check if I can get back on there. The Restream Chat allows me then to bring up all the chats from all the different streams. So it'll be in like a one window. Give me a second. Let me just get that up. Yep, we've been using Restream for a while, and it's a good little streaming kind of platform app, which allows you then to have one stream and then streams out to all different various platforms, including, of course, one stream going to Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, as well as Periscope. And let's have a look at my Restream Chat and see if I can get that up and running. Restream, yes, Restream. There we go. And yeah, let me see if I can get that up and running on the chat window. It's quite late over in the US, and of course UK must be like early hours in the morning. So it's 9 a.m. SGT time, and I think it's like 1 p.m. or something like that in GMT, and I believe it's 9 p.m. in EST. All right, so let's have a look who's in the chat now. Yes, we've got the Restream Chat up and running. All cool. Here we go. All right, let's move on to the news and announcements on our website. So if I click on to the website right here, as you can see, we have our main site, Funky Kit, and let's have a look at the reviews, which we've done in the past. We have this one new, launched and published today. This one's the Team Group Vulcan Z, 16 gigabytes. DDR4 3600, and this one is reviewed by Bart. If you're after some non-RGB, no thrills, then it looks really nice. This one has nice heat spreaders, and yeah, very nice, and costs around about $64. Very nice. So check out the review. It's a no thrills, non-RGB 16 gig kit, DDR4 3600. Very nice. All right, next we have this one. This is the Cooler Master Control Pad. This review was done by Chris, and basically it looks like a number pad, but it's not. This one has programmable buttons, and of course it's perfect for gamers and streamers, and it's got this wrist rest as well, and of course it's got some RGB, just purple I guess, but yeah, very nice. It's perfect for people like me who does a lot of streaming. I have a control deck, the Stream Deck kind of mini, yeah, but yeah, with this one has more buttons, and I quite like it actually. I wouldn't mind getting one of these for my streaming. Yeah, so this one was meant, well, it was actually on Kickstarter initially, and you can get that from Kickstarter or via Cooler Master now. So prices range, oh, it's a bit expensive, but yeah, $89 for this one. And look for the chat. Hey Mark, how's it going? All right, let's have a look at the other reviews. We have this one, the Cougar Conquer 2. So this is the version 2, and this full tail chassis, and this one was reviewed by Chris again. It's a we've seen a lot of these cases in mods now. It does look unusual. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the looks with it. Some people don't like it. It's too angular and so on, but I do like the design, purely because it looks so unusual and unique. And it's got the RGB here as well on top. You can see that there. A nice fan in the front. It looks very much like a motorcycle, right? I quite like it. Some people don't like it. I do. This one's $270. It's not cheap, but yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, check out the review by Chris. This is the Conquer 2 from Cougar. And let's move on to the next one. The Cooler Master Liquid ML360 Mirror all-in-one cooler. So this one, again, reviewed by Chris. It has this mirror infinity effect, kind of in the water block. I quite like it. It's not too bad. It's got a similar effect to the NMAX one I'm using right now, with the infinity kind of mirror effect. But yeah, this is a 360. So if you have a very powerful CPU, then this one is pretty cool to help with the cooling. Nice 360 radiator there. Look at that, a nice pump. Yeah, so look at the price, $135. Not bad, very good actually. So yeah, check out the review by Chris. This is the Cooler Master Master Liquid ML360 Mirror all-in-one cooler. And of course, this review is done by myself. This one is the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, excellent processor, good price. It's available for viewing at the AMD 3D website, which is our sister site. Yeah, I'll be using this for our next project, the Project Radionic Phantom Striker. Yes, so this would be our next project. We'll be using this chip. Very nice. $299. It's not too bad. Some people said, "Oh, AMD have increased their prices," but hey, it's still a good processor versus an Intel. I mean, if you look at the comparison price and also the performance, you'll see that single core, it does beat an Intel i9 10900K. It's unbelievable. It's for this price. Of course, multi-core, the Intel would beat it, but hey, 6-core, 12 threads, base clock of 3.7, and it could boost up to 4.6. It's got L3 cache of 32 megabytes, PCI for support, and a super low TDP of 65 watts. Look at that. Yeah. And also it comes with a Wraith, Stealth Wraith cooler included, a CPU cooler already included. So not bad. And it's a drop-in upgrade. If you have a Series 400 series motherboard or a 500 series motherboard, just drop it in, no problem. There's rumors that it can actually be supported on the 300 series, but we'll have to wait and see with the BIOS updates. All right, so those are reviews on AMD 3D. I believe there's also this one here. This one is silicon power, the A64 2TB external gaming hard drive, USB 3.2. This was done by Bart. Yep, very nice. It's 2 terabytes, so it's compatible with all your consoles, such as your PlayStation. Of course, I'm not sure if it'll be work with PS5s and Xboxes, but hey, current consoles, yeah, works fine for storage. So this one's 2 terabytes, so it's going to cost a little bit. Oh no, actually, $65. Are you sure for this? Let me just check the link. Yeah, wow, look at that. $65 for a 2 terabyte external hard drive. Not bad. That's excellent. That's pretty excellent, actually. All right, okay, moving on. So those are the reviews we've done on Funky Kit. And of course, you can check out the news and updates on our website anytime. All right. Okay, let's move on to the AMD 3D website. We have, this is our sister website, all things to do with AMD. So let's have a look. We have the ASRock Radeon RX 6000 XT Taichi. That was spotted around by video cards. And yeah, this looks so good. I really want one of these in our builds. So yeah, let me see if I can ask ASRock to get one. Corsair is launching a new AMD powered Vengeance gaming PC. So as you know, Corsair is a premium brand of manufacturer making accessories and gaming accessories as well, high-end PCs. They've always teamed up with Intel, so you see a shift over to AMD. Yeah, because you know that AMD, look at that, this one has an AMD Ryzen 9 1500X with a GeForce. You're pairing it with the GeForce 3000 series. But yeah, gaming PCs now are the thing now Corsair is doing, and you see a lot of those coming up soon. XFX Radeon, they're bringing out the 6800 XT and 6800 graphics cards, so look out for those if you're into that XFX brand. And the HyperX Cloud 2. So these are good because I like these wireless ones. I've always liked the HyperX. In fact, I'm using HyperX Quadcast for my mic. I'm using my HyperX headphones. Yeah, for these. Amazing products, good quality as well. Yeah, this one's a wireless Cloud 2 wireless. So I wouldn't mind having one of these because sometimes the wires can get a bit, you know, they kind of get sticky kind of thing. All right, so yeah, so check out that. And there's also the news on some of the gaming stuff now. Oh, look at this one. This one's Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller, modular controller. So this one's allow you to swap out little the buttons and stuff like that. Check it out. Yep, the little joystick, joypad, and things like that. You can swap out the buttons. Yeah, pretty cool. I like this one actually. I'm not sure what the price is going to be. $160. Wow. That's a bit expensive, but it looks so cool though, right? Hey, Sai. How's it going? Indeed, an excellent price for a processor. Yeah, for the AMD. Ryzen 5 5600X. All right, so... Oh, and this one, Razer unveils a Viper Ultimate Cyberpunk gaming mouse. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty awesome, right? Yeah, it's got the yellow kind of and black theme to it. Is this wireless? Oh, it's wireless too. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. Wireless. And yeah, available soon, I guess, when Cyberpunk gets launched. It was delayed. It's delayed until December, apparently. Okay. So yeah, so those are things happening on the AMD 3D website. Of course, the Ryzen 5 5600X review is actually posted on here, so you can check out the full review on that. We compare it with the 3700 as well as the Core i9. You'll see the performance comparison. I'll give you the performance comparison with the test rigs. Here you go. I tested the Ryzen 5 5600X with the Phantom Gaming B550 versus the ASRock X570 versus the Z490 Steel Legend for these different processors right here. Very interesting results. You should check it out. I'll give you a little snippet right here. Single core. If you look at that, this one is single core on the Ryzen 5 5600X, and you can see it's 245. Now if I switch over to the Intel Core i9 10900K, it's 220. So yeah, single core, the Ryzen 5 5600X beats a Core i9 900K. Amazing. Of course, multi-core Intel will beat it. But yeah, it's an amazing processor for what it is. You should check it out. check out the website at amd3d.com. So those are the websites, and those are the news and updates on AMD3D as well as Funky Kit. So check out news, reviews, and hot tips on those websites. All right, let's bring back to the agenda and have a look. All right, so special guest not available. Stephen Fung couldn't make it. Let me tell you a little bit about Stephen Fung. He's a good friend of mine, and he's based out in Canada, I believe. And of course, he has been a tech veteran for many, many years. He's actually run the futurelooks.com website. And let me just have a look. I think he's just popped in. Maybe. Let me have a look. Yeah, so it's difficult to get all the streaming right, because sometimes, yeah. All right, so talk about Stephen Fung. So he runs futurelooks.com, as well as some of the tech stuff. He's been around for a while, especially doing all the websites and stuff like that. So let me just check who's pinging me. Got these pings. All right, let's get this. All right. Oh, he's busy, but let me ask if you can join. Yeah. So, are you able to join? The link's good. Yeah. The link is still good. Yeah, we'll be joining by Google Meets. Oh, you're jumping in now. It's cool. All right, excellent. So, as you know, life, eh? Yeah. When you have, of course, family and stuff like that, it happens. So he's gonna join, and we'll bring him back on in a second. I'll make sure that we have all of the websites up and running. Make sure. All right. Let's get this up and running. That's cool. Okay, cool. And Google Chats, this one. Make sure we have this one up and running. That's all good. All good. Google Chats, yeah, Google Meet. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, bring up the agenda again. So we'll wait for Stephen to join, and we'll talk about Rig Builder. So Rig Builder is what we have on our website. It's a system configurator. Let me just bring that up. So you can see on the top left here, right there, Rig Builder. So let me just bring that in. And as you can see, we have the Rig Builder. And what it is, again, is a system configurator. You just need to type in your criteria, the budget that you have in mind, and it should bring up a list of components best matching your criteria and, of course, your budget. So let's click on to gaming. We'll select AMD. We'll select NVIDIA graphics cards, and then we'll just select the budget to say 1750, and then press submit. And what'll happen is it'll go to the Amazon, and it'll bring up a kind of list of components best matching your criteria. And just bring that up now. It's going through. Hey Bob, how's it going? Hey Bob. Hey, we can have Bob online soon. We have a couple of guests, and we'll try and get Bob, because Bob's obviously busy with his website, thinkcomputers.org. So we'll see if we can get Bob on as a guest in one of our shows. Here we go. Ooh, Steven's online. Let me just try and get him connected up. He was there. Okay. Oh, your power's out, Bob. Power's out. He's watching it on his phone. All right. Okay. Yeah. So. Oh, let me just refresh the Rig Builder. I don't think that's working right now. Might need to ask my brother to check the code. It's not quite working for some reason. Also, of course, this is still in beta stage. We have lots of changes to make and everything. Want to make sure that it runs well. Any feedback, comments, please let us know. There you go. It works, yep. So we earlier in the criteria selected gaming, and then of course Intel processor with NVIDIA graphics card with a budget of 1750. And as you can see, it goes to the Google, sorry, I would say Google, Amazon store to bring up the prices, best matching your criteria. See here we have the Core i7, 10700K, and you can leave it at that, or you could choose another processor. Main board, oh, that's a bit odd. I guess you can do the Z490, I guess. Graphics card, got a 2070 here, 2060, you could choose those. Memory, it's got the Corsair, you can choose others as well. And SSDs, you got Samsung. Of course, you can choose other brand. Power supply, 850, it's okay. You can go for the Corsair one if you wanted. And case, there you could choose the Corsair or Fractal or NZXT cases. You could choose those, and then press buy all. It actually buy all. It goes to the Amazon page, and then you can actually check out the components. The ones which are not listed will be shown here, and you can go back and then reselect. Once you're happy with that, you just click continue, and it'll take you to the Amazon cart, shopping cart, and then you can actually buy all if you wanted. So yeah, this is a system configurator. It's still in its beta stage. It's been beta stage for about 6 months now, but we need feedback, we need comments, and of course we'll be adding more features as we go along. All right, let's go back here. So rig builds available both on the FunkyKit website as well as AMD 3D website. So go check it out. Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the chat. And let's have a look at what Steven says. Steven says, okay. We're jumping on now. He's in the lobby. I can't seem to see him in the lobby. Not sure where he's at. I saw him just now, but he kind of disappeared. Just type it in, make sure. See if we can get him to rejoin. Okay. He will rejoin. Where did he go? Joys of live streaming. Yeah, we're trying to get Google Meets and get him on board, and then we will have the show back on. We're good. Just looking at chat, we got Black Suit 666. Hi, how's it going? Gems Prang. How's it going? Sup? Mr. TV Tunes. Oh, sorry, Mr. TV 001. Yeah, we got a live prize giveaway, and we got a nice prize announcements later on. I'll tell you what they are. And let's have a look, see if we can get him. He should be joining. Aldito Putra, how's it going? Hi. We're good. Oh yeah, normally I've got this background and playing music, but I can't do that now because of the thing with the Twitch and the DCMA. It's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I got tons of these warnings saying copyright this, copyright that. So sometimes it's a bit boring with no music, background music. So it's hey, tons of issues with streamers lately with this DCMA issues. Yeah, I have to message Bob. I think Bob will join us. I think I'll send him an invite, see if he's available, or ask him what dates he's available, so we can do a little chat. Yeah, I know Bob since like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when we did the Zotac 10th anniversary. Yes, event, which is pretty cool. All right. No, I don't think I got him on board. I don't know where he is at. Nope, he's messaging me. I don't know what's happening. We might have to just skip him for the day because I can't get him. The invite's live. You just need to join. Go to do a quick restart. The bandwidth has dropped. The joys of PCA and live streaming. Amazing. All right. Okay. So we done Rig Builder. You know what that's about. And I will wait for Steven, see if he can join, and we'll do the mods of the week. And basically, it's been taken from our Extreme PC modding group, where tons of modders have joined and become members, and they've been posting their mods, of course, builds and things like that. And we've taken some of the selection from the mods modding group, and then actually do like a little slideshow for you guys to have a look. And of course, we'll do a little bit of voting between me and Steven. I'll be interested to see what his comments are, and of course, we'll have a look at the chat. You can see what people are commenting as well. Alex Chow, hey, how's it going? It's normally in the morning here, or is there a schedule change? Yes, it's been a schedule change because we wanted to bring in a guest, Stephen Fung. He's actually based out in Canada, Vancouver, I believe. So it's like, yes, evening for him and morning for me. So we thought, well, get the viewers kind of like shifted to a later block, I guess, so that we can get this show online. All right, let's have a look what he says. Booting up all devices, stand by. Oh, love live streaming. That's why I normally ask people to, if they join, to become to join in like 30 minutes earlier, so we can get everything sorted, the video tested, the audio tested, so that it's just, when we go on live, then bang, we're good. So bear with us. So we're gonna be like try and get this up and running. Yeah, we should be good, as long as he can come in with that. All right. Hey, Lost Trooper. Hey, how's it going? It was working fine all morning when he tested it, and then didn't work. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Yeah. So that's just tech for you guys. No issues. I mean, happens. All right. Yeah. So actually, I've got the Ryzen 5 right here. I actually bought this a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to be using this and put it into our our new project. It's called the Project Radionic Phantom Striker. So I have of course, you guessed it, a Phantom Gaming Series edition of the Antec Striker chassis, and we'll be using this processor along with the ASRock B550 ITX motherboard, along with 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of probably Antec RAM, and of course Antec fans, and all-in-one the Neptune, Antec's Neptune 240, 240, as well as the Antec high current gamer power supply 850. And so this is an Antec theme build. There we go, we got to. But oh, I need to bring on the headset. There you go. Oh my God, you're online. Good. Let me present this right. Give me a second. Enter screen up window so you can see what's being streamed. All right. So you're gonna get this. Do you see that? All right. Cool. So let me just bring in. Make sure that we have you. Here we go. Do you see that? Hey, Steven, how's it going? So hey. For everybody, this is Steven. Let me just get the audio. I think we still need to get the audio right. So go ahead and say something.
I'm not just going to say something. I'm just going to keep talking so you can actually get the audios correctly.
Yeah, audio is all good
Does
now.
Does that sound better?
Yeah,
all right.
Well, that's good. All right, cool. So this is Steven. So Steven Fung's from futurelooks.com. Of course, he's been a tech veteran for many, many years. I've known him since I don't know when. We actually met a couple of years ago in Vancouver. I went over there to visit my friend, and we hooked up. And yeah, so he's been around for a while, and he's been doing CESs and all sorts. And he's actually tell me if I'm right. You actually built a computer in less than like an hour or something like that, and you won a competition, an award for that, right?
It was 6 minutes.
6 minutes. You built a computer, a whole computer in 6 minutes. Wow. All right. Okay. Before we start, continue. Tell everybody and all our viewers who you are, what you do, and where you're from, and all sorts. Go ahead.
Well, I guess we start with the highlights. I started futurelooks.com, and then after that, megatechnews.com, two of the tech sites in Vancouver in the Canada area. One of the first Canadians to actually reach 10,000 subscribers when that was a really big deal. Came up around the same time as Linus and all those guys when NCIX was booming.
Yeah.
And then I just got a little bit, tired of things. So I decided to just, hey, you know what? I've learned enough. I'm going to go help other people build their channels and do their marketing. So I kind of went away for a while.
Yep.
And, it just kind of keeps things fresh because, when you're going down one path for a very long time, it kind of gets stale.
It is.
But along the way, you kind of learn things and you pick up a lot of, you start to realize you take for granted what you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you can help other people.
That's right. Because you start doing the same thing day in, day out. It does get a bit repetitive. A review's a review. Doing a video and unboxing, it gets a little bit boring, right? So you want to like do something different. That's why I'm doing a little bit of streaming and things like that. It helps get you more, interested and more kind of active, proactive, even if it's a lot more hassle. It's fun to do, right? So I'm bringing on different guests if I can every week. So just want to show people. I mean, the other day we had Shannon from Thermaltake. Well, he's moved on to Be Quiet now.
Be Quiet.
Then we had Mike Petrins, the renowned modder. Then we had Tony from Zigma Tech, and he's moved on to, of course, Ryzen Tech. And then, of course, you. And we're going to bring on some other guests. And we're trying to get Bob. Bob's from thinkcomputers.org. So see if we can get him on board as well. And some fun guests. We have like shows and stuff like that. We'll have a chit chat, and it's all about having a bit of fun and a catch up and things like that. So tell me, you moved on from not just computer. You're still doing computer stuff, but also your main focus. I've seen you on Facebook with lots of like photos, amazing photos. The photos you do, it's just crazy. Dude. I mean, you probably are into the photos, like the technical stuff as well, right? Because you can do like high speed shots, you can do like some amazing shots, and this is all digital photography and everything. But also you do videos as well. Yeah,
I do video. I actually work as a producer for a tech TV show in Canada.
Yeah,
something that you probably may not have heard of, but the over 50, over 45 crowd has definitely heard of the show because it's been running for 20 years. So I'm injecting a little bit of extra, how should I say, youthfulness to it. If you can say that.
So it's not to do with like we say of 40s. It's the dads, right? It's the dads. So of course you now have a family with kids and everything. So that's taking a lot of time, and hence the of course the let's say technical issue, but of course the timing and all that kind of stuff. I understand because it's like me. I have I don't have kids, but I do have my brother, my sister, the nieces and nephew, they're running around the place, and they always want more time from me and everything. So I understand, yeah. And then trying to time your, you do your thing and everything is so difficult. But hey, it's all good when everything comes together like this, and it's all good. Yeah. So tell me, of course, we'll talk a little bit about camera tech, because I'm also interested in some of that stuff, especially with streaming. So people nowadays, with streaming, and we'll talk a little bit about the issues connected with streaming, such as the, recently with the Twitch and the DCMA and all that kind of stuff. We'll, I'm not sure if you can talk about it, but we'll touch on it. So we'll talk about it later on. Yeah. Yeah. So as I said, we've done a lot of stuff. We've done the news and announcements on our website, AMD3D, which is our new sister site, which was launched earlier in the year. And we've also done the Funky Kit website, which is our main site, and we've done the reviews, stuff like that on that. Of course, we've done the Rig Builder, which is our system configurator. We can actually go in and check out your prices. As well as there's one thing we could do is ask my brother, because he's the main architect, the programmer behind this system configurator, the Rig Builder. And we could do something similar with cameras, where you actually input the cost or the budget you have, and you say, hey, I want this brand or that brand, and it'll bring up a list of all the stuff you need, like a body, like the camera lens, and so on. Yeah, we could do that, but anyway, we'll talk more about that later. All right, let's do the main thing of the show today. Check it out.
It's time for Mods of the Week.
Yeah!
Awesome!
All right, okay, so the Mods of the Week. Let's bring up the Mods of the Week. Let's have a go right here. Mods of the Week. So, yeah.
Wow.
Steve, what do you think of this one?
I think that's pretty sweet. I think that, like, I'm looking at this case here, and I see all of the detail put into this, like, obviously from my perspective over here, because I'm looking at it in 720p, but if this was 4K, I'd be like, holy moly, this guy really took the attention to detail and everything. This case, the white one over here that we were looking at, much more modern and everything like that. It's kind of the juxtaposition between the two, because you've got the medieval and then you've got the modern.
Yeah. So the modern one, I'll say 8 because of the design and also the time to put in place of that. What about this one? What would you give out of 10 for this one? It's just a build, right? With the nice water cooling.
I think that's...
Ooh, what about this one?
Green GT3. This one here, I kind of like the style. I don't think it's very practical, mainly because of the dust factor. I think the other case, the middle case, was much better, as is the first one. But I love the design. I love the imagination. I love the way that it's put together. It does look like a Porsche. It really does look like a supercar.
Oh, you see a little video of the guy pushing the button, and it'll do all sorts of weird stuff. But yeah, this is water cooling. It's got nice fittings there with the tubing, hot tubing.
The theme looks like radiator fluid, antifreeze.
Yeah, look at that.
So it's got that look and everything. Fantastic build, though. It looks stunning.
Yeah, the Porsche design. The green theme, green and black theme, because green is not a nice color to deal with, but he's actually put in a nice design and feel to it. It look very nice.
It's very tasteful, and if you want to do camera tricks with it, you could turn that green into any color that you want.
Oh yeah, right? It's got the green. Yeah, that's right.
So you can green screen that out, totally key it out.
I'll give this. I want to give this 8. Yeah, 8 out of 10.
I think it's a solid 8.5 for me. It's just super clean. I really love the way that it's put together, and there's nothing superfluous about it. Everything's functional, right? Like you see everything is functional. So that's very important to me.
Yeah. So this is not bad. And this is all taken from our Extreme PC Modding group, right, on the Facebook. We have near 50,000 members. And on there, there's tons and tons of people posting mods, builds, and stuff like that. So if you're interested, then go and visit the Extreme PC Modding group on Facebook. So you're welcome to join. It's free to all. And of course, you can post your mods there. And I'm going to move on to the next build, which is interesting. We'll finish off this GT3 RS Porsche design green and black theme mod. Look at this one, Gundam theme. It's got the platforms in there. Yeah, the actual figurines don't move, but the guys took this to the next level with the Gundam theme. It's got the helipad as the reservoir, and then we move on to the different decks. Like, so each PCI level or PCIe slot is a level, right? And
That's fun.
you can see the graphics card is kind of like there. I don't know how do you do extra cooling. I mean, the cooling's, I guess you don't really need the fans for that. It's already water cooling in there. But,
Yeah, I think that a lot of the way that this is put together, it's how some people really love model railroads and they just put their face down in front of the track and just watch things go by. I think this has that same appeal to it, mainly because there's such like the intricacies, the signage. I mean, he's even got the Ryzen emblem on there as well, and all the words and everything. They're painted in. Lots of detail there.
yeah,
Very well done.
yeah. I mean, he must have took some time with it because all the different figurines and everything. And I'm gonna give this a good solid 8.5. Although it hasn't got the modded case, but it's got a nice theme in there, and he's put some effort into it. He's put some thought into it. So I'm gonna give it 8.5 for this one.
Yeah, I'm the same on this one. I think that the effort justifies the scoring on this one. Like, look at that. Like, he's got missiles on there and everything. This is fantastic.
All right, this one, nice and clean build. We're gonna give this for 10. We're gonna give this one. It's got the chrome tubing.
That's very difficult
clean.
to work with. Yep, super clean. There's so much variety in the modding space that I think that a lot of people will gravitate towards different builds. In my opinion, because I do like tasteful and clean builds myself personally.
Yeah.
For me, this is probably in terms of the workmanship, the way that how difficult it is to utilize this type of tubing. I would probably give this. I would have to have 2 scores. Aesthetically, I would give it an 8 because it's not as flashy as some of the other ones, but 9 for workmanship for sure.
Yeah. All right, this one here. Look at this one. This one is kind of semi-built. It's not fully functional yet, but you can see all the work involved. Look at the tubing, the bends, the water blocks, the reservoirs, the district plates, and the guys must have. These things ain't cheap, because if you add it all up, we're talking thousands, right?
Absolutely.
He's actually put a lot of effort into getting the right components and everything. This is not even filled up yet, so this is just half built, I guess. But yeah, he's put some effort into getting all these laser etched designs. See that? There's another picture when he switches it on, just to test the lights. So yeah, I'm gonna give this an 8. Because
8.5 for me.
Yeah.
I recognize the workmanship in this, and once he fills it up and everything, depending on what motif he wants to go with, I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
It's gonna add another level.
Yeah. So this one is kind of just lots of tubing everywhere. It's a bit sloppy, but it's got nice. I guess it's got the pink and blue. I'm gonna give this a 7 for this one, maybe 6.5. It's a sloppy, and we're back to this one again. So we didn't finish talking about this one. Go ahead. What do you think? I'm gonna give it 8 or 9 for this one.
I think this is a solid 8 for me. Again, I do like cleaner builds, but I do recognize the imagination.
Yeah.
If I had to have 2 scores, I would give 1 for my personal bias and then 1 for the effort that it takes. Really.
Yeah, because a lot of people now they use gaming or the games. The title of the games, and then make mods such as Cyberpunk. There's tons of Cyberpunk mods out there.
Yeah.
There's going to be like different games involved, like the Fallout. Fallout's a good theme that they use, and then there's other games which they use, and like Assassin's Creed and all that kind of stuff. They use those games as a theme for their mods, and some of the builds that look really nice, really nice. It's amazing. All right. Okay. So
build, I would probably put like a cover on it, like a convertible. It would have a leather cover that goes on top of it.
Yeah. So if you go back to, let me just bring up the website. Give me a second. Let me just give you that, and I'll bring you on a sec. Cause I just switched you off. Let me get you on here. Here we go. All right. So if we look at the review which we done just now, and this one is the Conquer 2. So this is a case which is available right now. As you can see, it looks pretty much or angular, but it's got this racing theme to it. But it's got the RGB strips and all that. It's already built in, so you don't need to buy any of that.
Yeah.
And if you look at the just off like that, this is nothing. Just open the box and that's what you get, right? Already it has that like that kind of motorcycle kind of theme already in it.
Yeah.
So all you need to do.
What I'm seeing these days. It's just it makes it the imagination that you have. You can, even if you lack the skill, you can still create something that's very tasteful and very functional, and it just makes you feel happy when you turn it on every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be using a case not like this one. It's an Antec case, Antec themed case. We're gonna be building a project soon on that actually. So yeah, more about that as we go along. Also, we've done most of the week, and we're gonna take a couple of minutes break, and after that we'll bring Stephen back on to talk about some of the streaming tech, video camera tech, and of course some of the issues with the Twitch and the DCMA. So we'll be right back after this. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video. That was done, I think, about a week ago, and it's basically is what we do. and there's a little bit more of a commercial break kind of thing. But yeah, so we're going to have Stephen back on and see we can get him. Here we go. And we're going to talk about a little bit about tech. I mean, camera tech and streaming tech. Okay, so as you see, I'm streaming. I have my HyperX Quadcast mic. Very good mic that for streaming. I also have headsets for audio, and of course you got two cameras. I got two cameras. One camera is the main one, which you can see right here, and this one is basically, in fact, it's a Sony A6400, which I hooked up to the HDMI, and that connects up to a capture card or a dongle, which I got from Elgato. So Elgato is very good with streaming accessories and streaming hardware. So they have a capture card. They also have the Elgato USB capture device, which you plug your camera into it, HDMI, and it'll bring up the stream, the video stream. I also have a USB camera, 1080p for doing live streaming or video chats with Stephen right there. So got two cameras, one for the live stream, one for the web chat, and of course then that's connected up to all with this computer right here that streams out to Restream, which I'm using right now. Restream allows you to have one stream and then broadcast to 4 different or more streaming platforms such as Twitch, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, as well as Periscope, which then goes on to Twitter. All right, so bring back Stephen. So Stephen, what kind of advice can you give for budding streamers or up and coming streamers or streamers that they want to get into streaming?
I think one of the things that is most important, and this is irregardless of whether or not you have the best cameras, you have the best setup or anything like that, is what's your lowest common denominator in terms of bandwidth. Right now, as it stands, like I was thinking about, okay, you're over there, I'm over here. I'm going to have a certain amount of bandwidth, and you're going to have a certain amount of bandwidth, and it's going to have to cross the ocean. So
that's true.
You know, and I know that you're using like vMix, Restream. Those services help out with the compression and sending out streams.
Yeah.
But not everyone has that type of money to pay the monthly fee to use those services. So right now, as it stands, because I know that we have this bandwidth limitation, I'm actually using the old standby C920 Logitech camera, which has been around forever, because I know that this works. I also know that in terms of audio setup, the mic's not bad if you use it in a quiet room and the noise cancellation is great, but your next step is obviously to get sound, because whatever you can sell your ears, you can sell the eyes. So having good audio is the next step after getting the potato cam.
True. A standard
right?
webcam's fine at 1080p. The older model, the C9, like I said, I'm using the C910. Using the C920. Your bus is newer than mine, but anyway, as long as it does the 1080, that's fine, I think. And the audio, the mics should be fine on those. If not, then of course you yourself one of these podcast mics. They're not expensive. They range from $20 to $30, the budget ones, all the way to the expensive ones like $100, $150 and so on. This one you can get for around about $100. So, and it's good audio. People actually, you can get like different it's a volume control here to beef up the sound. There's also different types of kind of setups with the cardioid, and that means like focusing on your voice only or focusing the whole background and so on. And these mics are really good because it helps with the voice and the clarity of your stream as well.
Also in terms and it removes your PC from the interference that is usually related to some of the lower quality built-in audio capture devices. They're internal, like your audio cards and everything like that. Some of them are soldered in such a way that they pick up interference no matter what you do. Having a USB mic like that, perfect.
Yeah, it's true. And then you mentioned about bandwidth. So bandwidth, I have a 1 gigabyte bandwidth. So that's
here.
Yeah, so 1 gigabyte is obviously is a lot. It's 1,000 megabytes per second. So that's really good for streaming. And of course, different providers will charge you differently. And here in Hong Kong, it's quite cheap. I'm not sure about in Vancouver, but then
it's quite expensive.
Oh, expensive. All right. But so a lot of people don't have that bandwidth. So if you're looking at, let's say, 100 to 200, I think the bare minimum to have a good stream with good decent enough quality is around about 200 meg per second. Yeah, 200 megabytes. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think.
that sounds about right. You need the up and the down as well too. So think about a lot of places in the world that don't have up and down bandwidth that's synchronous. You might get a huge parity. Like for example, one of our providers here is using DOCSIS type modems, and they have huge bandwidth going down. But
Yeah,
when you try to push things back up, it's like 25 megabits per second. What are you going to do with that? You can't really actually think about it this way. Since the pandemic hit,
yeah.
people have been trying to run 4 or 5 Zoom streams out of a house. Now think about how that will work. Every single person takes at least 5 or 6 to get a 720p or 40p stream up to
Yeah,
Zoom and then
yeah.
into their classroom.
That's
Doesn't work, guys.
Yeah, so it's all just about downstream. It's also upstreams. Upstreams where you
Yeah,
upload, so especially if you're streaming.
yeah,
At the bare minimum, I mean, I'm talking about the bare minimum. It's around about 4 meg, and then four
yeah,
meg is just bare minimum. You probably get a lot of breaks, interference, and that kind of stuff, and low
yeah.
quality. For decent stream quality, you're looking at over, you're looking at least 10 to 20 meg per stream,
That's
and
right.
that's just an average, right? And if you want a high bit rate with high quality 1080p kind of stream, then you're gonna go higher than that, right? You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like it all comes down to this. The lowest common denominator that you use here is your bandwidth. How are you going to manage that in a house where you may have 2 or 3 other people?
yeah,
They're using it
yeah,
on the upstream, which is the smallest pipe for most people in North America. And chances are it's probably similar in most of the world where down is great, up is crap.
yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. This is what they call the contention ratio. So you have
Yep.
like say 25 people with one decent upload, like kind of like they shared it between, like, so yeah, read about that contention ratio.
Yep.
You'll understand a bit more about that. All right, so streaming tech covered, and it's not like the whole definite kind of in-depth thing, but we just covered the a little bit of topic about streaming. So if you have any streaming information, questions, or you could just answer, give us a call and give us a buzz, ping us, send us an email, whatever. All right, let's have a look at the chats. He was online. We got Fast Pass Boy 2. Yes. Gems Pranks all there. Hey, Jail Zone Alonso. Good morning. So, yeah, we got some guys online and they're kind of busy. I think it's a bit early, or sorry, late for them, I guess. Because you're like 18 hours behind us.
That's right. Yeah,
So
that's right.
you're in the evening, I'm in the morning, and then in between,
Monday.
yeah, they're like in the Eastern EST, they're like in the evening, and then a GMT Europe, they're like 2-3 in the morning. So they
Yeah.
probably won't be able to join. But yeah, streams available to watch on YouTube as well as the Facebook. All right, so we covered streaming tech, and let's talk about a little bit about camera tech. This is your area, so go ahead. What's the kind of the main thing about camera tech? I mean, what kind of, if you're a beginner or if you want to just take some good photos, what kind of like camera you should be? I'm using the 6400A, Alpha 6400. Yeah, 6400. Is that a good camera? Is that good enough?
That's a fantastic camera, actually. That's what we call an APS-C sensor,
Yeah.
which is smaller than the full frame. What that gives you is the ability to take a lens and actually have 2 different focal lengths. So if you have a 50 mil, you have the 50 and you have the 75. But you can also take it and do, I think you punch in on your A6400
Yeah.
and allow the digital crop so you can actually use that, because your sensor is downscaled from a larger pixel count.
Right.
So you can do video in 2 different ways. With the, I think yours is 24 megapixel. That's a lot of pixels to work with. So even for photos, that's overkill for the web. But even if you were doing posters or
Yeah.
photo shoots, the nice thing about these cameras in the APC range is not only are they cheaper, but you can use all the full frame lenses. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I heard about that. So you can actually get a full frame lens, which you can actually mount, and they'll give you the full kind of like the full lens catalog, right? For example,
That's
the
right.
Sony got some great lenses, very expensive, but yeah, if you get the camera shots and if you get the right lenses, some of the photo qualities of the shots that you get is amazing. My friend has got the A7 III. It's A7 III.
I have one too.
I can't remember if it's S or R. There's so many the models, but he uses it for photos as well as videos, and it's a full frame. Is that right? It's a full frame camera.
Right.
Yeah, and
So if you know that you're going into an ecosystem, like basically what it comes down to is this: you marry the lenses, but you date the bodies, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So if you know that, hey, I'm going to be a Sony user, then what I would want to do is have your starter couple of lenses for your body. So if you start with APS-C, it's going to get you into the ecosystem a lot cheaper. And then your next lens after this should be a full frame lens, because if you love the ecosystem after your first two, your kit lens, and maybe one other lens like a prime that you buy, try to buy full frame lenses after, because now what you've got is you've got the ability to use full frame lenses not only on the body that you have, which is APS-C, but when you change into a full frame camera, those lenses are still compatible. The problem with APS-C specific lenses is that they are only compatible with APS-C bodies, unless you crop in on the bigger bodies, and that will give you a decrease in video and photo quality. So you don't want that. You want to use the full frame lenses across your APS-C and your full frame. That's why a lot of people, when they have a backup body, they usually have an APS-C as their backup body, because they can use the same lenses on both of them. Versus if you had an APS-C body with APS-C lenses and you buy a full frame, your full frame camera, the hole is too small, so it sees the vignetting, it sees the frame of the APS-C lenses.
All right, I got you. So it's not just about having the right lenses. You gotta be, gotta have the match as well. So I understand. Yeah. But
that's the same with everything.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's Sony, it's Canon. It's going to be Nikon as well too, with their full frame devices as well. But yeah, if you know that, hey, I love the ecosystem, and you're going to invest in the full frame lenses if you're starting with APS-C. It's just a better long-term investment.
True. Okay, so I said camera equipment is not cheap. So of course, if you're a beginner, then you're looking at I think like you said, the ASPC is a good kind of all-rounder for semi-pro, I guess, and beginners as well. I mean, I'm not a professional. I got this camera because I heard that, one, it does good video. Two, it take photos fine, no problem. And also the other thing is I can use it as a webcam to plug it straight into my computer.
Fantastic battery life.
And the older versions or the earlier models were pretty sucked with battery, but the newer models now is a lot better. And so it's decent enough. And like I said, if you're not too sure about camera stuff, again, send us an email, give us some questions, and of course, hopefully Steve will help you answer those questions. Here you go. We got a user says, "Oh, can we have the stream schedule?" Because it's last week you were early and this week you're late. But those stream schedules were posted on our social media. It's actually on there. You can actually see the time. So we do usually give you guys notice, and of course then we can join anytime. We can rewatch some of the stream. All right. So camera tech covered. Anything that you want to add to that, Steve?
Well, for anyone looking for a camera today, it's a really great time to buy, especially with all the new cameras coming out from Sony and all the other companies. You can't really go wrong. But again, if you're going to pick an ecosystem, date your bodies, marry your lenses, and you'll be fine. But if you tend to, maybe recycle marriages every 5 years, I don't know, some people do that. Then be aware that changing out of an ecosystem is going to be probably much more expensive.
I understand.
If you know that you're not going to jump into it all the way, and that goes with everything from just straight photo cameras all the way to full video cameras. They're video specific cinema cameras. This is a very expensive territory. If you have one hobby, this is more expensive than PC building, I believe.
Definitely. All right, so tell me, how much time do you spend on photo shoots versus video shoots?
For me, because I do mainly television shows, it's almost like my camera bodies. I have two A7 IIIs that I use a lot. One of them I dedicate to photos specifically because I have it rigged for that. But the camera that I have rigged specifically for video has no shots on it. It's a couple hundred hours of video already on that particular body. So, and right now, because I'm doing very little photos and set up photo shoots, it's almost all video these days. So shooting for different brands, I don't know. Do you guys have Home Depot over in Hong Kong? I don't.
No, they don't. No.
But our big box, like hardware stores. I've shot some stuff for them. I've shot some stuff for other brands as well too that have asked us to do videos, not just editorial stuff. So it's kept me quite busy, and as well as the radio show as well too, which we do as a video podcast. That's at least 70 minutes of footage every week that I edit. I don't shoot that specifically, but I used to.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of hours.
Okay, so let me ask you one other thing. Video shoots. Do you shoot? For me as a streamer, I shoot 1080p, which is fine, right? Okay, because I don't need, like I said, doing a bit of YouTube's videos and stuff like that. I mean, yes, you can have higher super quality of 4K, but the video editing time takes a lot longer. For me as a streamer, I do 1080p, which is quicker to edit. The quality's okay. It's not great. It's okay. It's more than good enough for YouTube and everything. But also, it saves me time for editing and things like that. And also, this is the question I asked you because you're more of a professional with the video. So you usually shoot 4K or do you shoot RAW?
Right now, as it stands, I shoot 4K. I shoot 4K mainly because it gives me a lot more options to punch in on certain things when I need a second angle, because we're usually shooting with one camera for time.
Yeah.
RAW is going to be probably something where it's going to be the next generation of PCs that will be able to handle that, because number one, we need a lot more processing power, and number two, we need a lot more storage space cheaply. RAW files are huge.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
in terms of like shooting stills is different. Those file sizes, even today, a 42 megapixel photo is like 100 megabytes, which is like unheard of before, right? In RAW format.
I heard that you can get like videos shoot whether it's 4K or RAW, like gigabytes, like tens and 20, hundreds of gigs for one file. That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I think that in this day and time, a lot of cameras are boasting that they have that feature. Whether or not you're going to put it into your workflow is another matter, because it's so much overhead. I think that doing 1080p very well is actually not a bad thing, because when you have a 4K video that you capture at 4K, you've got the ability to punch in and everything. And if you deliver in 1080p, when you really look at the quality of that video and you compare it directly against a 4K video, most of the time you might not even be able to tell that it's 4K versus a really good down-sampled 1080p.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. And another thing is about the 4K. I noticed with 1080p when I film it and I say I want to take a photo shot or a screen capture of that shot, it's a little bit, a little grainy, a little bit blurry, a little kind of, because you haven't got the sharpness, right? But the 4K video that you shoot, you just say, oh, I'm missing a photo shot, but then you can freeze frame and then take a nice 4K photo screenshot, and you can actually use that as one of the photos, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like we still deliver a lot of things in 1080p, and that's perfectly fine because it just looks so sharp. It almost looks like more of a smoother filmic look when you're down sampling from a really sharp image. So there's no loss in quality. The audio is really great, and the client or the audience doesn't know the difference, especially if you're restreaming that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We covered a lot of the we touched on the streaming tech. We actually touched on the camera tech. Not in depth, but at least it gives the people to kind of a little bit of understanding what's happening within that space. Of course, if you guys have more questions, you can send us the email. Of course, you can post it on the social media as well, and then hopefully me and Stephen can give you some answers. All right, Steve, thanks for that. Okay, let's do a little bit of my usual stuff. You know what time it is? It's time for...
It's this week's live prize giveaway. Awesome!
Yes! All right, okay, so here we go. We're going to give one of these away. Yes, it's a Elgato Thunderbolt 3 Mini Dock. Thunderbolt 3 Mini Dock, yeah. So this one is from Elgato, and I'll just show you what it looks like. It has these ports, so HDMI, DisplayPort, USB, as well as a LAN port. It also has a Thunderbolt connector. Yes, Thunderbolt ready. So here we go. I'm gonna give one of these away, and I want you guys to type in the chat right now. So Steve, what do you think? What should our viewers type in the chat right now? Something that they could get a bit more activity going on.
I don't know if they were paying attention. Which of the PC cases was their favorite?
Okay. Which? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know which one you're the favorite. Okay. All right. How about this? How about this? What was the name of the green themed Porsche? Yeah. What was the name? There was a name. There was a specific model name of that Porsche. All right. Okay. So type that in right now in the chat group if you remember. It begins with G, and then you have to fill in the rest. Shall I give him a little sneak preview, or is that a bit? I can bring that up. I can bring that up. In fact, right now, let me just. Oh, wait, that's the themed mod with the nice hammer and shield.
Yep.
So if you guys, let me just bring that up, and then what'll happen is as soon as the Porsche mod comes along, I'm gonna just quickly switch over because it only takes a couple of seconds to look at it. It's just the name of the begins with the G.
Hairy one. The hairy one.
The hairy one. Let me just bring that. You can see the chat. Yeah. All right, guys. Type in the name of that Porsche mod, the green mod. The name of that model number of that Porsche mod. It begins with a G, and here we go. Done. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Gotta go quick.
That was too quick, huh? Okay, I'll try it again. I'll count to 5 then, okay? And that's more than enough for them to recognize. So this is the hairy mod.
Yay! Someone's got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Congrats.
Lost Trooper. Actually, should we do like a pick a name, or should we just give it to Lost Trooper?
He's the most persistent. Look at that.
They're just copying the answers, aren't they? I think Lost Trooper deserves it, yeah, because he was the first one to come up with it, right?
Absolutely. And I think he's been paying attention the entire way.
Oh, okay. Lost Trooper, you are the winner. Well done. Okay, you are the winner. You are the winner of this Elgato Thunderbolt Dock 3. Okay, because you were the first one to type it right there. And thanks for watching the show. Well done. All you need to do is send us your shipping address, of course, your name, shipping address, and telephone number to media@funkygit.com. So let me just type that in. Make sure that you get the. I'm going to give you a clap because you deserve that, and you are
awesome.
I love the sound effects. And you like sound effects, Steve?
Oh, the sound effects are what make the streams fun, right?
All right, so media@funkygit.com, guys. Lost Trooper, send your shipping address, telephone number, and name. All right, and let's move on to the prize giveaway on our website. So let me just bring that up. As you can see, the prize giveaways that we have right here, and this one is a special one because we want to give you guys the chance to win this. Yes, this one is the prize giveaway. Win $200. Yes, we're gonna give $200 away on an Amazon gift card, and this because we thought we want to give something back to the community. Yes. All you need to do is watch a couple of videos, and of course, just follow the instructions on GiveLab. Watch our videos, like our page, follow our social media, that kind of stuff. And you'll be in for a chance to win $200 gift card from Amazon, and you'll be able to buy groceries if you wanted, or use that for an upgrade. You can buy camera tech or PC components, whatever is yours to spend. So yeah, Closing date is on the 28th of November. Make sure you actually sign up, and of course, you'll be in for a chance to win. So we got 10,000 entries already. We've got 14 days or 13 days left. And yeah, you got to be in it to win it. Isn't that right, Steve?
That's right.
Right. So we got $200 giveaway back to the community. So thanks for joining. Of course, visit our website for more news, reviews, and hot tips. And of course, join the Extreme PC modding group, which is I've got members, over 50,000 members. So thanks, guys, for joining. Any last words from Steve?
Wow, it's been a while. Great to meet everyone. Congratulations, Lost Trooper, on that win. That's fantastic. That's why you pay attention to these streams. And of course, make sure that you visit funkykit.com as well as the other sister website, AMD3D. And
Thank you.
Subscribe, like, share, do all the things. Do you do TikTok?
I am doing TikTok because I'm just too old for that kind of stuff now. But yeah, I do Instagram.
I don't know.
I do Instagram. Yeah, Instagram's good. I do Twitter, kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely, the way, especially this last 9 months to a year, videos have been, ongoing, no problem. Streaming have gone shot up the roof. People streaming a lot. And we didn't touch on the DCMA issue, but quickly, basically what's happened is Twitch has been ignoring all the copyright stuff, and now DCMA have now cracked down on Twitch and say, hey, if you're not going to be, paying up your royalties and stuff like that, we're going to just, cut you off. So they Twitch started to, banning people left, right, and center, and over there. They didn't give them enough time. They gave them like something stupid, like 3 days or 4 days, or stupid like that. And then it was just hell. I mean, it was people 4 years worth of streaming, just all the content just disappeared because they didn't, and they didn't give enough time. And it was. I think Twitch has really messed up, and and it's because the owners, Amazon, because they're a huge company, right? If any lawsuit's gonna happen, they're gonna just get like hundreds, not just hundreds of millions, but billions dollars fine. I'm talking about for copyright theft, right? That kind of stuff.
The worst thing is that the community loses out because the community, guys, it's all about the community on that platform. It's just unfortunate that they were treated in such a crappy way. All the people that brought these people to Twitch are not being treated fairly or equitably, or given, like you said, enough time to really respond and make right.
That's why people now thinking, okay, the streaming platforms are free, they're great, we can put our content and stuff like that out there, but you're really at the mercy of those big companies. If anything happened, like exactly what happened to Twitch, you're screwed. So I'm thinking the next year or two, there'll be people will be looking to host their own streaming servers. My brother's looking into that now. You'd be able to
full circle, right?
Yeah, that's right. You'd be able to buy full ready to go streaming servers, and you just host it in your home, right? That's what you need. You don't need Amazon, you don't need Twitch or YouTube. People just type in your website link /stream. They'll go straight to your streaming server at home.
Yeah.
None of that being blockage or go on.
The only thing that's absolutely missing, and this is critical for those that are making their livelihood from it, is the monetization aspect. A lot of these people are overnight. They're going to have to become business owners, and they're going to have to figure out how to monetize their streams in a tasteful way that doesn't repel their audience. So you're going to have a lot of first-time business owners now, because they never have to worry about that. They're going to make some mistakes along the way. They're going to look like they sold out, but in reality, all they want to do is they just want to keep making this their number one job. But they're going to have to strike a balance between what looks like an advertorial versus the real content that they want to put out there, and that's going to take a bit of time. I know that these platforms do provide a lot of value in terms of that. They do take a huge chunk as well too. But giving yourself back control, becoming an entrepreneur again, is going to be it's going to be tough for a lot of people.
It's like learning to walk again, right?
Yeah, it's just like when we all started out and we're like, hey, shoot, you know what? We got to get to Computex. How do we make this tasteful? How do we do coverage that's still coverage, but inserting XYZ company into there to help us
Yeah,
out?
that's true. That's true. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting few months, or probably next few, for next year or so, because then we'll see how the streaming tech and the platform and all the industry is going. But yeah, it's not gonna go away. I think there'll be newer ways of getting your streams out there, and newer digital platforms or new digital advertising platforms that are not linked only to Google or YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. It'll be like, going to like a marketing company where they'll be able to put out your streams or advertise for your streams, and it'll be those things like that. So yeah, interesting space. We'll have more news as we know, as we get come along. So great. So I think, Steve, thanks for joining our stream.
For having me.
It's been a pleasure to catch up and things like that. And you'll probably see me sooner than you think in Vancouver. Yes.
Alrighty, man. The ribs, yeah.
Yeah, the ribs. Yeah, I remember those ribs. Those ribs are great. So thanks for joining. And of course, visit our website for more news, reviews, and hot tips. And of course, make sure that you respond to some of the stream information. If you have any questions you want to ask Steve, hook us up and let me know. And yeah, we'll catch up with you guys next week. So thanks, guys, for joining, and we'll all see you next week. Thanks, Steve, for joining, and we'll see you soon. Bye.